Alright everyone, in this video I'm going to give you 5 health hacks for the nighttime. This is a follow-up to a video I did recently for morning health hacks. This is evening health hacks. Let me list those 5 health hacks for you right now, then we'll dive into each separately. First PM health hack, you've got to slay the evil axis of porn, pot, and ice cream. Number 2, you got to get a headlamp that has a red light, and you got to use that for the last hour before bed. Number 3, you've got to sleep at the right temperature and at the right humidity, 65 degrees Fahrenheit and at least 40% relative humidity. Number 4, you've got to incline your bed 6 inches. The head of the bed should be 6 inches higher than the foot of the bed. You can do that with some stacks of paper or similar. Last tip, 5, relates to sleeping posture. I'm going to teach you about the right way to sleep to prevent your tongue from falling into your throat and having sleep disordered breathing in the nighttime. Stay tuned for the details on that one. First PM health hack, control the evil axis. What is the evil axis? Porn, pot, and ice cream. In other words, pornography, cannabis, and sugar love to creep into our lives in the PM after a long day of work when our defenses are down. The whole work day we tell ourselves, oh, I'm going to relax when I get home. And then we get home, and this is when we really feel the temptation to have a release. Don't just unleash your chi into a frickin' tissue and then pass out feeling like shit the next day, waking up and knowing you did something scummy the night before. Avoid pot. I did a whole video on why young people should avoid smoking pot, but basically it's a false escape, cheap source of happy chemicals that feels good in the moment, but then the next day you go into a withdrawal state where your whole sober day becomes weak and dull in comparison to that high that you expect when you get home at night. It also ruins your sleep, which is what we're talking about. We're talking about PM, right? Number 3, ice cream. This basically means sugar. You come home after work and you eat too much sugar with dinner, you're going to feel like shit. It's going to make it more likely that you're going to smoke pot. And then if you smoke pot, it's going to make it more likely that you watch porn and fap. So they're all three related. The trick is, have a healthy dinner. Yeah, maybe have some carbs with dinner. If you're going to have carbs, better to do it with dinner than to do it with lunch. Because at nighttime, you're getting ready to sort of crash anyway. And that carb crash helps you get to bed and stay asleep. So step number 1. In terms of good PM habits, control the evil axis of porn, pot, and ice cream. Number 2, get a headlamp, and that headlamp must have a red light with it. Let's say you go to bed at 10, sort of like I do. Around 8:30, you want to be thinking in terms of red light only. Unfortunately, we don't have access to campfires anymore, most of us at least. So where do we get that red light from to feed our brain and body that soft light that it craves? Get it from a headlamp. You throw that headlamp on, you can go about your evening doing all sorts of stuff. You can read with it, you can work out with it. Then as soon as you pop it off, it's like you never even had any light exposure. You immediately are already transitioned into a sleep state. All the melatonin is already there. You didn't wash away the melatonin with blue light, and you're in a perfect state biochemically to just pass out and get a good night's sleep. Third PM health habit. You want to optimize temperature and humidity of your sleeping space. This is especially important in the winter, especially in cold places like New England, where we have the heat crank, which causes the humidity to go really low. Things dry out. That's terrible for the sinuses. It's terrible for our breathing. A lot of the people watching this channel already have trouble breathing. It's not like the summer where we just open the window and things cool down in the summer and all that humid air comes in and nourishes our sinuses and our throat and our airways. No, in the winter we crank the heat up and it's all dry air. So what do? We turn down the temperature to 65 and we get a humidifier, and we get the humidifier near our head and getting the relative humidity up to about 40. We track this all by getting a combo thermostat humidistat that you can get on Amazon for super cheap. And you put that on your nightstand near your head so that you know exactly what the temperature and the humidity are in the zone around your head. Because if your thermostat's at the other side of the room and it's near the window or something and it says 65 over there, it might be 72 over by your head. The only way you can know is by measuring the temperature and the humidity near your head. When you get that cooler, more moist air, it's going to make for a much better night's sleep. PM health hack number 4 for the new year: incline your bed. The head of your bed should be 6 inches higher than the foot of your bed. No, I'm not saying that you should get an expensive Tempur-Pedic mattress that folds up like a hospital bed. I'm saying take your whole bed that's flat and incline it 6 inches higher at the head. Just get 6 stacks of copy paper, 3 stacks under each leg at the head of your bed. That'll lift your bed up a little over 6 inches. And what this does is it allows circulation to occur in your body while you're sleeping. The gravity that you invite by having that tilt is going to cause a flow in your body that's different than the stagnation and the pooling of bodily fluids and energies that you get when you sleep flat. Sleeping flat is not natural. In nature, when we have to choose whether to sleep with our head on the downhill side or with our head on the uphill side, we know naturally we put our head on the high side. Forget about the science, just try it. Sleeping at an incline also flows naturally into health hack number 5 for the nighttime, which is proper sleeping posture. We want to sleep on our back with our head to the side, no pillow. Let me explain. People with sleep apnea, people with sleep disordered breathing know that sleeping with your face up is an absolute no-no. Gravity pulls your tongue right into your throat. This causes people to try to sleep on their side so that their tongue isn't fighting gravity as it tries to stay out of your airway. But many people who sleep on their side note that they end up just on their back again because the body wants to be flat. I even did a video called How to Mew While Sleeping that shows me wearing a backpack with 2 basketballs in it to prevent me from rolling on my back. That's how strong the human urge to roll back onto your back is when you try to sleep on your side. So I finally discovered the best of both worlds. The best of both worlds is to be on your back, give your body that satisfaction that it wants of being flat, but have your head to the side so that your airways are not fighting gravity. Now people will say, oh, well, doesn't that strain your neck? Well, it kind of does, but after some time, your neck gets used to it and it stretches. And I would say this is even a great way to just stretch your neck effortlessly on a nightly basis by sleeping with your head to one side. The other thing is that you're not totally flat on your back. You actually tilt your hips a little bit toward the side that your head is leaning on, and it just opens you up a little bit to make your head falling to that side that much more natural. The other thing is no pillow. Now, a lot of people cannot even imagine not sleeping with a pillow. Okay, but when you sleep like this, flat on your back with your head to the side, on an incline, the fact that your bed is inclined causes there to be support for your head so that it's not inverted upside down, because when you sleep flat on a flat mattress that's not inclined, without a pillow, your head almost ends up falling back in a decline. And so when you incline your bed, you prevent that from happening. It makes it possible for you to sleep without a pillow. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed those 5 nighttime health hacks to bring into the new year. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you get as much benefit out of these 5 habits as I have and as I do. Catch y'all soon. Peace out.